Coming up in today's video, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be talking about a huge mistake WWE made. This one is very, very, very premature, maybe. Maybe WWE clicked the panic button a little too fast. Also, AEW apparently may not be signing a former WWE star anymore, and we are going to talk about a new debut for WWE that has been revealed with a name change. It's all coming up right here on the Ango Show. If you guys want more videos like this, don't forget to click that subscribe button and ring that bell. This way you never miss a video on the channel. Today I want to kick things off with Ango Blanc. But now he is known as Elio Lefleur. Now, this is a guy that we have spoken about many times on the channel because Ango Blanc has now joined the WWE. For months and months, we've heard that WWE was going to sign him. WWE revealed that he has been signed. And then we talked about it because they revealed that, and we didn't know if he was losing the mask or what they were going to do, but they have confirmed that he will be part of the Lucha Libre AAA tour, and he will be competing in a triple threat match. And this is actually a really big deal. Obviously, Jack Cartwheel, who you guys see on Evolve, and then Chris Carter as well will be in the match. But Elio Lefleur will be in this match as well, and that's technically his WWE debut. We haven't seen him on NXT television. Looks like he's keeping the mask, but now he's been renamed. I actually, for some reason, I don't know why, I kind of really love the name. I don't know if there's a meaning behind it at all. I don't know, but like, there's something about it I do like. But he's set to debut with AAA, and that's obviously a very, very big deal. And for WWE to give him that opportunity right away, without putting him on NXT or anything like that, I'm excited to see kind of how they go about it. Now, the show takes place in just a couple days. Obviously, as you guys know, when it comes to AAA, we just talked about it today, actually, on the channel. Maybe you guys missed the video. I'll put it up here. But AAA has a new TV deal in Mexico. Like, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what AAA is doing. I don't know what it is about WWE and the way they're doing things with AAA, but something about it is very special. It's very enjoyable. I like the fact that this is a guy who's making his debut for WWE. He's going to be part of NXT. He's going to be doing things in NXT. But now we're at a stage where we kind of get to watch him do stuff in AAA, and that's going to give a whole new set of eyes to him and what they're doing. And then, obviously, you guys know how social media works. It's going to generate conversation. I'm excited about this. I can't wait to see what happens here. But just very cool to see WWE already get these guys going relatively quickly. That brings us to our next topic. Just a couple weeks ago, we were talking about Zeta Steele possibly going to AEW. Well, I want to know why she hasn't been signed to AEW yet, because sadly, that is true. She has not been signed to AEW yet. This was brought up, and obviously, you know, Fightful has been very good with the reporting. But of course, you know, we're like... We're waiting for updates on this, man. Like, we're trying to figure out what's going on. Zeta Steele has not been signed by the company. Fightful has said that, you know, AEW has remained interested, and they've definitely taken notice, but they have not signed her. He says Zeta Steele is not signed to AEW as of yet. Neither are Hyan and Maya's World, all of which of them, you know, were said to be close to signing. But yeah, like, they made really good impressions, and AEW hasn't done it yet. AEW hasn't pulled the trigger on it. And, you know, this is kind of the weird thing. There's been a lot of reporting about who's going to go to AEW. And, you know, when I personally talked about Zeta Steele going to AEW, the conversation was met very, very weird on social media. Like on TikTok and YouTube comments, I felt like a lot of people perhaps maybe did not like this idea. But Zeta Steele is like 21, 22 years old, maybe. She's young. She's got a lot of charisma. She is somebody who has a lot of opportunity for development and to get bigger and better and to improve drastically. And like, you look at some of these young kids, dude, like Javon Evans, for example, like, this kid is killing it. And you see Zeta Steele has so much potential. And like, we know the future of professional is very good. We know professional wrestling has plenty of up and comers that will do great and big things. So it kind of gets just a little frustrating when I see signings like this not not being confirmed. And maybe AEW will in fact sign her. And I hope the next time we talk about her, it is because she got signed. But you have to wonder why AEW has yet to pull that trigger. And I do become very curious about that because Zeta Steel is, again, somebody she left WWE. She chose not to re-sign with Evolve and WWE ID. So she's basically an alley-oop away from truly being a slam dunk to AEW. It's like WWE basically just, they could have signed her and they could have done more with her on NXT. And WWE is very smart about signing young up-and-comers with talent and potential. And that kind of sailed away from WWE. And it sounds like that was her personal choice, which is okay. But you would think Tony Khan and AEW are in some ways going to pull the trigger and sign her. But they haven't done it and they're not doing it. And as of right now, it hasn't happened, despite the fact that it was almost a foregone conclusion that she was joining AEW. So that just makes it incredibly weird. Very weird. And that brings us to our final topic. Ladies and gentlemen, did WWE make a massive mistake here? Penta was obviously injured on last night's WWE Raw. And it was so much so that WWE officials called the match, and Solo Sikoa was the one who advances to the next round in the John Cena tournament. Penta apparently walked backstage and was completely fine. Fightful did report that, hey, like Penta it didn't look good. He looked like he got hurt. It was called to a stop, and obviously the match called it a stop, but it appears that he's not actually injured. It sounds like he was able to go backstage and he was walking around fine. So yeah, obviously WWE, it's live television, but now you have to wonder, did they make a mistake? Did they panic too early? And some people do believe that is the case. I think the most important thing about a wrestling match, a wrestling television show, is the health and safety. Honest to God, I really do believe that. And I don't think it was a mistake for WWE to call the match, especially now that we have learned that he wasn't even scheduled to win the match. I personally think they didn't make the mistake. But for some reason, this seems to be a very controversial take because people now know he wasn't actually hurt. So WWE just called the match and left it like that. You know what I think is actually the bigger mistake here? I think the bigger mistake is the tournament idea in general. I feel like it's become a little too predictable. I think some of the people that are in the tournament are not really, like Carmelo Hayes and Gunther having an incredible match is awesome, but Carmelo Hayes lost. I would rather see Carmelo Hayes, a young up-and-comer in WWE, retiring John Cena and being put over than somebody who has already been well-established. I don't know. To me, I just feel like that's where the mistake is. I think the whole tournament idea has become a mistake. But this tournament so far has kind of become a dud, in my opinion. Maybe my opinion will change as we get closer to the finale of it, but I think WWE made a mistake in that regard. But as far as Penta goes, thankfully, he's not actually hurt, so that's good. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Ango Show.